So Michal, Director of Supply Chain at SolarEdge, the biggest Israeli company in the world, traded on Nasdaq at an $18 billion valuation. Michal, I'm happy to start this afternoon with you. How are you doing in these crazy days?
We're doing fine, I think, considering the circumstances. Trying to find solution and adjust ourselves to the new reality, especially when no one can actually foresee how long it will be continued. There are a lot of assumptions in there, but I think that no one can really know when we are going to back to normal transit time, normal capacity, and normal availability of containers.
By the way, when your customers ask when is it going to go back to normal, what is your assumption, or what do you deliver to them as an estimation?
Fortunately, most of our customers were not impacted by this crisis because our supply chain model based on local inventory kept in close to our customers with level of inventory that actually help us to overcome the increased transit time. But I think that where customers were impacted, I think it was very easy to explain them because the crisis is being communicated, I think, in every media, and it's a well-known fact, and everyone are aware of it. I think that it comes not only from SolarEdge, but from also from TV when they talk about the increased rate that we are facing with commodities due to the transportation crisis. I think that everyone aware knows and understands it.
Yeah. How did COVID-19 change the way you and your team are working?
Actually, it's amazing how fast we learn to use the electronic communication tools, how fast we all adjusted to work from home, to use these virtual Zoom meetings, and how fast we learn to stop traveling the world and manage things from remote. And it's amazing. I think that our performances really were not impacted by this remote working from home method. I think that the world actually changed, and this way of working will be continued after, hopefully, the COVID will be over from our life. Although I don't think that this is completely the way to deal with our new environment, working environment, because personally I noticed tiredness of people from working in this remote Zoom, and that personal relationship, whether with in the office, at the office, or if global colleagues, partners, I think that we're missing this. And I think that in the future, our world will not change back to what we have before the coronavirus, but I believe that it will be a mixture of before and after.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and we're all missing some vacation.
Yeah.
Since you joined SolarEdge, the company has grown by hundreds of percent. As a result, the number of shipments, origin, destination, companies you acquired, different points of delivery have increased significantly. How do you manage such a complex and growing supply chain?
Okay. I think that I'll divide the answer to this question to three main parts. One is actually people. The secret is in people. Good, motivated people in your organization will ensure that their organization processes will be carefully kept, and will be uh, um, actually will allow you to improve your processes and to improve your methods and continue to support the organization grow. Best thing is you must have an excellent people in your team. Nothing is going to work without excellent people, excellent employee. Second is the data. Data, control tools, procedures, and above all, control tools that enable you to put your attention on the deviation. Because if I have about, I don't know, at any point of time, I have about 1,000 shipments on transit, okay? I don't have, there's no way to follow 1,000 containers at any point in time, but I must put my attention to see deviation in transit time, to see where there is the process does not work and required my attention, required solutions. So if you have um, a way to control your shipment data, your shipment cost, to notice the deviation, to have a management dashboard that allow you to focus where you should focus. If I have a problem with 30 containers shipped to the US and stuck on the way, maybe wall out by the shipping line, maybe delayed because of a weather issue or something, and I can see it immediately, then I have a lot of options to find a recovery, a solution. If I miss the information on time, I notice it only once it is missing for customer orders, then my recovery options are not exist. So control tool and manage the deviation are the most important issue from my point of view. The other part of my answer is to work with strong logistics partnership partners. Uh, log- Logistics partners that can provide you the capacity, that can support you at crisis, that have influence on shipping lines, on airline, and this is a must. I think that I talked about secure your supply chain with solid partners, with solid agreements and contracts. And I think that this will be our way of operation in the next years, for sure.
I definitely agree. Do you have any other advices that you would recommend small and large importers and exporters globally in these uncertain times?
I think that we talked about it in Hebrew, and I can repeat it in English the same. Um, the main important issue is to make sure that the entire organization is aware on time to the changes in the supply chain area. It's very important to provide the organization the impact of cost, the impact of transit time. This transparency is crucial for the organization in order to make the required actions that to minimize the impact on the organization. So I think that we as supply chain managers, we have to be very alerted to any change, to act fast, not to let not to hope that things will be somehow will get better. Recognize the reason to our difficulty, analyze by consulting, by reading, by any way that we can analyze the impact and communicate it to the organization. I think that this is the reason that as from, I think, beginning of October, late September, we recognized the trend. We understood that we are going to face a very, very challenging quarter, and we've made a lot of actions everywhere to recover these difficulties. And looks like that we managed to do so. And now that we completed Q4, I think that it's not 100%. It's not idyllic, of course, but I think that it works.
That's amazing. Thank you for the great advices. And Michal Ami, it was lovely talking to you. Thank you for your time. And I wish, let's say, fast recovery and back to normal as soon as possible.
I wish for all of us.
Thanks a lot, Michal.
Thank you, and take care. Stay safe.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.